Hello there, name's Diane, and it's again a speaking practice. But today I've got a really serious goal, and of course, with fun parts of it. Basically, I'm gonna talk, of course, but with a bigger goal, as I said. So I'm gonna ask ChatGPT any random question on the IELTS test. Everybody prepares for the IELTS test, and I want to. So I'm gonna prepare for that. Perhaps not really soon, but I want to know my gaps and what I'm good at. That's why I'm gonna test myself, just asking ChatGPT random questions on the IELTS test they usually ask, and try to answer them. And the thing is that I won't be knowing anything. So it will be random questions I won't be knowing overhead. That means I will need to answer them absolutely naturally and immediately without much thinking or knowing them overhead. That's why it's fun, and I'm gonna show it to you. I think it will be around 5 or 3 questions. Nothing more, nothing too much, nothing too long. Let's get to it. Alright. ChatGPT. Give me one random question. Examinators, or whatever they call it, instructors, I think, or instructors usually ask people on IELTS speaking test. Please do one question first. Let's go. Alright, the first question is, do you prefer studying alone or with other people? That's that. Alright. Oh my gosh, I forgot about one really important thing. I'm gonna get back really soon. Alright, the reason why I stopped the video is because I wanted to use one really useful technique which I think many or not so many people use. It is called AEE, which is spelled as answer, explain, and example. So practically, I'm gonna answer the question first, then I'm gonna explain it after the answer, and then I'm gonna give an example. That's really useful, so let's go with it. Do I prefer studying alone or with other people? Usually I prefer studying alone because it gives me more time to process things, and I don't think I will get so much distracted with other people. Though I do admit that with other people, especially your friends or family, it gets really comfortable, you may laugh at something, and maybe at some parts you will understand even better. But the problem is that usually it does not work for me pretty much. So basically I think that's it. I'm gonna give it short and not much complicated. I like it that way. Though I do think I didn't give much an example. Let's go to the other one. Oh, alright. The second question is, what kind of music do you usually listen to? Alright, usually I listen to pop music because I like it and it gives me part of joy. For example, I was hanging out with friends, and when I was younger, I used to hang out with them and listen to any random music, but mostly it was some Ukrainian or English pop music from any singer and we would sing for it and sometimes dance, which gave us a lot of patience, a lot of peace. No, mostly peace, I guess. And that was quite of a great time to spend with others. But anyways, listen to music which you like is really great. And for me, it's pop music. Though I may sometimes listen to rock or metal. Can you describe your hometown? Alright. For now, I currently live in my hometown. What can I say about it? I love it. But it has a lot of issues, unfortunately. Well, how can I describe? There's a lot of parks, a lot of green stuff, and you can practically do pretty much of it. You know, I don't like the thing that I think too much. That's the bad thing, because I got not so much vocabulary. I gotta practice. So continue. Okay. How can I describe my hometown? Well, it's pretty sunny, but in winter, in spring sometimes, and autumn, it often tends to be really cold. Which not many of the Ukrainians like. For example, parks and the playgrounds. So there's not much of them. So air in my hometown isn't really great, which I would prefer to have. I prefer to have it better, if honestly. Actually, people all around my town. I like but it divides 50 by 50. So some people are really nice. You enjoy spending time with them. They fulfill your life with something better. And other 50, it's other people that complain a lot, that don't like their life, that will do something to you that you won't like, and all this stuff that it's just so diverse. Uh, that's a lot of stuff. So I'll just shortly say I like living there. It's really nice. I did not give an explanation, right? I mean, I did not give an example. I did only the explanation. My gosh. Alright, I'm gonna end this on this moment because as long as I continued, it turned to be really weird and stranger. So I figured it will be better to end this on this pitch. And perhaps I will need a better technique than this. Let's listen to the conclusion. Alright, I'm gonna give just a quick conclusion, really quick. I've noticed, firstly, I think too much before I answer. Maybe because of my Ukrainian vocabulary or whatever. I think too much, I speak too slowly. On many aspects, I did not give an example. All I did is give an answer and explanation, but no example. I think that's my weak part, but I'm glad I've noticed that. It's really important for growth. It's fun, I think. What you want to do is to speak faster, to don't think too much before answering something, and actually giving clearer answers, and actually giving an example. Clear, understandable, comprehensible. Okay, I'm not gonna say that. You get what I'm saying. So, I've got a lot of stuff I gotta practice on, but I'm glad I've noticed that. And yeah, Unfortunately for this video, I was cutting a lot of the scenes because if I wouldn't be, you would see a lot of thinking and just a total mess. Yeah, I'm gonna slightly improve that. How am I gonna end this video? I don't know. Okay, I'm gonna end this video something like this.